Sometimes one LFO really doesn't cut it. When you want that extra complexity, the control or creativity in your modular setup, multiple LFOs can really make that difference. But this is no ordinary LFO. This is an LFO on rocket fuel. Introducing 4LFO. Okay, so if you don't happen to have any spare rocket fuel lying around, don't worry, this will power up just fine from your 12-volt modular supply. So the 4LFO is a 14 HP module. It's powered by 4 ultra-wide voltage-controlled low-frequency oscillators, and it uses a high-end Texas Instruments DAC for the conversion. The interface features 4 faders with LED feedback. It's got a mode button for cycling between the 4 creative modes and activating the zoom mode. It's got a switch to activate reset or sync mode, and a switch for selecting between the 4 available wave shapes, which are ramp wave, saw wave, triangle and trapezoid waves. Then on the patch bay you've got I/O for each channel. The top row has CV inputs to control the fader parameter. Then there's CV clock input for the reset and sync modes. And below that are the LFO wave outputs. So it's got dedicated sine wave, wave assign outputs, and finally dedicated square wave outputs. And the cool thing is all the outputs work independently, so you can output 3 different wave types simultaneously per channel, making it a really versatile tool for adding all sorts of nuance and complexity to your sound design. Okay, so let's talk about the creative modes 4LFO can operate in. So first up, we've got free mode. It's pretty straightforward. In this mode, all channels operate independently, and the rate of each LFO is controlled by its slider, or it can be clocked via its sync input. Now here's where things start to get interesting. So the next mode is quad mode, and it works by shifting the phase of each consecutive LFO. So channel 1 acts as the master LFO, and then channels 2 to 4 are the slaves. So after LFO 1 cycle starts, each consecutive LFO is phase shifted by 90 degrees in relation to the previous. So in this mode, fader 1 changes the frequency, and faders 2 to 4 change the amplitude of the given channel, and the same goes for the CV inputs. Then next up, we've got phase mode. Now phase mode is basically the same as quad mode. Channel 1 is still the master LFO frequency, except now the degree of phase shift for channels 2 to 4 can be set using their faders or the respective CV inputs. And then finally, we've got divide mode, where LFO 1 sets the master frequency, and then LFOs 2 to 4 are perfect divisions of it, with the amount of divisions being set by the faders. So the final features to mention are the zoom mode and reset sync modes. To enable zoom mode, you simply press and hold the mode button, and now you can make fine adjustments to the frequency or corresponding fader parameter. Then to exit, you simply press the mode button again. Then the reset sync mode is very straightforward. In sync mode, the entire LFO cycle is synced to the incoming CV clock, whereas in reset mode, the LFO cycle is freely adjusted by the fader and simply jumps to the start of the cycle every time it receives a clock pulse. So that's the 4LFO. The possibilities and creative applications of it are pretty much endless when it comes to modular setups. So now let's hook it up to some different modules and see what it can do.